There is no more time left today. Do not scroll. Archangel Michael stands before you with his sword drawn and his voice trembling with urgency. He is saying something you cannot afford to ignore. Your divine protection hangs in the balance tonight. Listen very carefully, because what you are about to hear will determine whether you remain covered under heaven's shield or whether that protection is withdrawn before the sun rises again. This is not a drill. This is not a metaphor. This is a direct warning from the Archangel who has been assigned to guard your life since the moment you were born. Do not skip. The decision you make in the next few moments will echo through eternity. Archangel Michael is standing at the threshold of your destiny right now with his hand raised. He is prepared to either strengthen the hedge of protection around you or to step back and withdraw it completely. The choice is yours, but you must choose now. Do not scroll away. Your spirit already knows this is serious. You can feel it in the sudden heaviness in your chest, that unexplainable tension in the air around you. The way your attention locked onto these words the moment you began reading. This is not random. This is a divine interception. Type "I will not ignore" in the comments right now to signal to heaven that you are paying attention. This is your first act of obedience, and it matters more than you realize. The moment you type those words, you are making a declaration that reaches the throne room of God. You are telling Archangel Michael that you refuse to treat this lightly. You are acknowledging that your protection is not something to gamble with. Do not skip this step. Do not assume you can move forward without responding. Heaven is watching your response right now, and your obedience in this small thing determines what happens next. Listen closely, my beloved child. Archangel Michael has been standing guard over your life through battles you never even knew were being fought. While you slept, he drove back attacks that were aimed at your mind. While you worked, he deflected arrows that were meant to destroy your peace. While you walked through your daily routine, he was cutting down schemes and plots that were designed to derail your destiny. You have been protected in ways you cannot even begin to comprehend. But tonight, that protection is at a crossroads. Do not scroll. What I am about to tell you is going to shake you, but you need to hear it. Archangel Michael is saying that there is a condition to the covering he has provided. It is not unconditional. It is not automatic. It requires your participation. It requires your attention. It requires your obedience. And when you ignore the warnings he sends, when you dismiss the promptings of your spirit, when you scroll past the messages that are meant to realign you with heaven's frequency, you are actively choosing to step out from under his protection. Do not take this lightly. The enemy has been waiting for an opportunity, waiting for a moment when you are no longer covered, waiting for a gap in the hedge. And tonight, if you choose to ignore this warning, that gap will open. Stay until the end, because what comes next will explain exactly what you need to do to secure your protection and to activate an even greater covering over your life. Do not scroll. The weight of this moment is real. You can feel your heartbeat quickening. You can sense that something significant is happening. Your spirit is alert because it recognizes the voice of the one who has kept you alive through storms that should have destroyed you. Archangel Michael is not speaking from a distance. He is here, right now, in this moment, and his message is crystal clear. Ignore this and I withdraw your protection tonight. Those words should send a shiver down your spine. Not because Archangel Michael wants to harm you, but because he is giving you a choice, and he is making sure you understand the consequences of that choice. Do not skip. I know this sounds intense. I know it feels heavy. But would you rather I sugarcoat the truth and let you walk into danger unprepared? Would you rather I tell you everything is fine when heaven is literally sounding an alarm over your life? No, I refuse to do that. I love you too much to lie to you. And Archangel Michael loves you too much to let you sleepwalk into a night without his covering. So pay attention. Lock in. Stay with me until the very end, because the revelation that is coming will not only explain why this protection matters, but it will also show you how to activate a level of angelic covering that most people never experience in their entire lifetime. Type "I am protected" in the comments right now. Not because you feel protected, but because you are declaring by faith that you will be protected because you are choosing to obey. This is a prophetic declaration, and the moment you type it, angels begin to move on your behalf. Do not scroll. Let me tell you what has been happening in the unseen realm while you have been going about your daily life. There have been assignments released against you. Dark assignments. Assignments of confusion designed to make you question everything you thought you knew. Assignments of delay meant to keep you stuck in the same place year after year. Assignments of division crafted to separate you from the people who are supposed to be in your corner. Assignments of discouragement intended to make you give up right before your breakthrough arrives. These are not metaphors. These are real spiritual attacks, and they have been launched with precision. But here is what you need to understand. None of those assignments have been able to touch you because Archangel Michael has been standing in the way. His sword has been cutting them down before they reach you. His shield has been deflecting the fiery darts that were aimed at your heart. His presence has been creating a barrier that the enemy cannot cross. Until now, do not scroll. Tonight is different. Tonight heaven is requiring something from you. It is requiring your attention, your focus, your willingness to stop everything else and listen to what is being said. If you ignore this, if you scroll past it, if you treat it like just another message, then you are telling heaven that you do not value the protection you have been given. And when you do not value it, heaven is not obligated to continue providing it. This is not punishment. This is a principle. You cannot despise the covering and expect it to remain. You cannot ignore the warnings and expect the angels to keep showing up. There has to be partnership. There has to be response. There has to be obedience. Stay until the end, because I am about to show you exactly how to lock in your protection, not just for tonight, but for the rest of your life. Do not skip. Archangel Michael is standing with his wings spread wide, creating a canopy of light over your future. But that canopy only remains if you choose to stay under it. The moment you step out through disobedience, through ignoring, through dismissing the promptings of your spirit, you step out from under the covering, and you expose yourself to everything that has been held back. Think about that for a moment. Everything that has been held back. Every attack that was aimed at your mind but never landed. Every scheme that was designed to destroy your finances but never manifested. Every plot that was meant to wreck your relationships but never succeeded. All of that was stopped because of the protection you have been under. But if that protection is withdrawn tonight, what do you think happens? Do not scroll. I'm not trying to scare you. I am trying to wake you up. There is a difference. Fear paralyses, awakening activates. And right now I need you activated. I need you alert. I need you to realize that this is not a game. Your life, your future, your destiny is too important to treat casually. Archangel Michael has been assigned to you specifically, not to someone else. To you. He knows your name. He knows your story. He knows every battle you have faced and every victory you have won. And he is saying tonight that he needs you to stop ignoring the signs. Stop dismissing the warnings. Stop scrolling past the messages that are meant to recalibrate your spirit. Type "I hear you, Archangel Michael" in the comments right now. Let heaven know that you are not just hearing with your ears, but you are hearing with your spirit. This is important. This is a hinge moment. Everything changes based on what you do right here, right now. Do not skip. Let me tell you something that most people do not understand about angelic protection. Angels are not robots. They are not programmed to protect you no matter what you do. They are messengers and warriors who operate under divine authority, and that authority requires alignment. When you align with heaven's frequency, when you respond to heaven's warnings, when you obey the promptings that are sent to guide you, then the angels have full permission to move on your behalf. But when you ignore, when you dismiss, when you rebel, then you step out of alignment. and the angels are restricted. Not because they do not love you, but because free will is sacred, and heaven will not force protection on someone who does not want it. Do not scroll. That is what is at stake tonight. You are being given a choice. Align or step out of alignment, respond or ignore, obey or dismiss. And based on that choice, Archangel Michael will either strengthen his position over your life, or he will step back and withdraw. I know which choice I want you to make. I know which choice heaven wants you to make, but the choice is yours. Stay until the end, because what comes next is the key to not only maintaining your protection, but multiplying it. Do not skip. There is a sound in the spirit realm right now. It is the sound of swords being sharpened. It is the sound of shields being raised. It is the sound of angelic armies being positioned. But they are waiting, waiting to see what you will do, waiting to see if you will take this seriously, waiting to see if you will stop everything else and give your full attention to what is being said. Your response determines their next move. If you respond with obedience, they advance. If you ignore, they withdraw. It is that simple and that serious. Do not scroll. Archangel Michael is saying that there are people reading this right now who have been ignoring warnings for months, maybe even years. You have felt the nudges. You have sensed the promptings. You have heard the whispers in your spirit telling you to change direction, to let go of certain things, to step into new levels of obedience. But you ignored it. You dismissed it. You told yourself you would deal with it later, and now heaven is drawing a line. Tonight is the deadline. Not because God is running out of patience, but because the enemy is running out of patience. And if you do not lock in your protection now, the window of safety is going to close. Do not skip. I need you to understand something. The enemy has been studying you, watching your patterns, noting your weaknesses, identifying the cracks in your armor. And the moment your protection is withdrawn, he will move. Not tomorrow, not next week, tonight. The moment the covering lifts, the attacks begin. Attacks on your mind designed to flood you with fear, anxiety, and confusion. Attacks on your body meant to manifest as sudden sickness, exhaustion, or pain. Attacks on your finances crafted to create unexpected expenses, losses, or financial chaos. Attacks on your relationships intended to stir up conflict, misunderstanding, and division. This is not speculation. This is warfare, and you have been shielded from it until now. But tonight that shield is conditional. Stay until the end, because I am going to give you the exact steps you need to take to ensure that shield remains in place. Do not scroll. Archangel Michael is lifting his sword right now, and the blade is glowing with holy fire. That fire represents purification. It represents the burning away of everything that does not belong in your life, every distraction, every compromise, every relationship that is pulling you away from your purpose, every habit that is slowly destroying your destiny. The fire is not meant to harm you. It is meant to refine you, to protect you by removing the things that make you vulnerable. But you have to submit to it. You have to be willing to let go of what needs to be released. If you hold on to the very things that are creating gaps in your protection, then even Archangel Michael cannot help you. Do not skip. There are some of you reading this who know exactly what needs to go. You have known for a long time, but you have been holding on because letting go feels too hard, too painful, too costly. But let me tell you what is more costly: losing your protection, walking into a season without the covering of heaven, facing attacks that you are not strong enough to withstand on your own. That is far more costly than anything you are being asked to release. So tonight you have to make a choice. Hold on to what is familiar and lose your protection. Or let go and watch Archangel Michael fortify the hedge around your life in ways you have never experienced before. Type "I let go" in the comments right now if you are ready to release what needs to be released. This is not easy, but it is necessary. And the moment you make that declaration, heaven moves. Angels are dispatched, assignments are cancelled, and your protection is reinforced. Do not scroll. Let me paint a picture for you of what happens when someone ignores this warning. I have seen it too many times. Someone hears the message, feels the conviction, senses the urgency, but then they scroll away. They tell themselves they will come back to it later. They convince themselves it is not that serious. And then within hours, sometimes within minutes, everything starts to unravel. The peace they had evaporates. The clarity they were walking in turns to confusion. The relationships that were stable suddenly become volatile. The finances that were steady suddenly take a hit. And they cannot figure out what happened. They wonder why everything fell apart so quickly. But the truth is it did not fall apart quickly. The protection was withdrawn and everything that had been held back was suddenly allowed to move. Do not let that be your story. Do not scroll. Stay with me. Lock in. Pay attention. Because what I am about to tell you next is the most important part of this entire message. Archangel Michael is saying that if you make it to the end of this message, if you stay focused, if you do not allow distractions to pull you away, then he will not only maintain your current level of protection, but he will upgrade it. He will assign additional angels to your life. He will create a double reinforcement around your mind, your body, your finances, and your relationships. He will release strategies into your spirit that will help you navigate the season ahead with wisdom and clarity. But you have to make it to the end. You have to prove that you are serious. You have to show heaven that you value what is being offered. Do not skip. I know your mind is trying to wander right now. I know distractions are pulling at your attention. That is not an accident. The enemy knows what is at stake. He knows that if you make it to the end of this message, his plans are going to be dismantled. So he is doing everything he can to pull you away. A notification. A thought, a sudden urge to check something else. Do not fall for it. Stay right here. Your protection depends on it. Type I am focused in the comments to lock in your concentration and to let heaven know that you are not going to be distracted. This is spiritual warfare, and your focus is a weapon. Do not scroll. Archangel Michael is now opening a scroll, and on that scroll is written every attack that was planned against you for the next 30 days. He is showing it to me right now, and I can see it clearly. There are attacks planned against your sleep, designed to keep you restless, anxious, unable to find peace, even in your own bed. There are attacks planned against your confidence, meant to make you doubt yourself, question your worth, and shrink back from the opportunities that are coming. There are attacks planned against your focus, crafted to scatter your attention, keep you distracted, and prevent you from completing what you have been called to do. There are attacks planned against your joy, intended to steal the light from your eyes and replace it with heaviness, depression, and despair. Every single one of these attacks has a date, a time, a strategy. But here is the good news. If you stay under the protection of Archangel Michael, none of those attacks will succeed. They will be deflected before they ever reach you. But if you ignore this warning, if you step out from under the covering, then every single one of those attacks will land. And you will spend the next 30 days wondering why everything suddenly feels so heavy. Do not scroll. The choice is yours. Stay covered or step out. Obey or ignore. Respond or dismiss. I am begging you to choose wisely. Stay until the end because the final instructions are coming and you cannot afford to miss them. Do not skip. There is a reason this message found you today. It is not a coincidence. It is not random. It is a divine appointment. Heaven has been watching your life, and heaven has seen what is coming. There is a shift on the horizon. A shift in your circumstances. A shift in your opportunities. A shift in your relationships. And that shift is going to attract attention, not all of it good. There are forces that do not want you to step into what is next. There are enemies, both seen and unseen, who benefit from you staying stuck small and scared. And the moment you start to rise, they are going to move against you. But if you are under the protection of Archangel Michael, their movements will not matter. They can scheme all they want. They can plot all they want. They can attack all they want. But they will not succeed because the shield around you will be impenetrable. Do not scroll. That is what is being offered to you tonight. an impenetrable shield, a reinforced covering, a level of protection that is so strong that even the most coordinated attacks will fall apart before they reach you. But you have to accept it. You have to respond. You have to show heaven that you are taking this seriously. Type "I accept this" covering in the comments right now. Declare it out loud. Let your voice agree with your fingers. Let heaven and earth hear your response. This is not a small thing. This is a life-altering declaration. And the moment you make it, angels are released to establish that covering over every area of your life. Do not skip. Archangel Michael is now placing his hand over your head, and as he does, light begins to pour from his palm. That light is flowing into your mind, renewing your thoughts, clearing out the confusion, and replacing it with divine clarity. That light is flowing into your heart, healing the wounds, closing the gaps, and restoring the peace that was stolen. That light is flowing into your body, strengthening you, energizing you, and removing every trace of sickness that was trying to take root. That light is flowing into your future, illuminating the path and showing you exactly where to step next. But that light only continues to flow if you stay connected, if you stay under his hand. If you refuse to pull away, do not scroll. Some of you are feeling the weight of his hand right now. You can sense the heaviness, the warmth, the peace that is starting to settle over your spirit. That is not your imagination. That is real. That is Archangel Michael confirming that you are under his covering, but do not take it for granted. Do not assume it will always be there no matter what you do. You have to steward it. You have to protect it. You have to honor it by staying obedient to the promptings of your spirit. Stay until the end, because I am about to give you a daily practice that will keep you locked into this covering for the rest of your life. Do not skip. Let me tell you what happens to people who walk in this level of protection. They move differently. They speak differently. They carry themselves differently. There is a confidence that comes from knowing you are covered, a boldness that emerges when you realize the attacks cannot land, a peace that settles when you understand that even in the middle of chaos, you are untouchable. People will notice the change. They will ask what happened. They will want to know why you are no longer rattled by the things that used to shake you, and you will be able to tell them. You will be able to point to this moment, this message, this decision. And you will say, this is when everything changed. This is when I stopped ignoring the warnings. This is when I locked into the protection of Archangel Michael, and my life has never been the same. Do not scroll. That testimony is waiting for you, but only if you finish what you started, only if you make it to the end. Only if you do not allow distractions to pull you away before you receive the final instructions. So stay with me. Keep your eyes on these words. Let everything else fade into the background. Because what comes next is going to seal your protection and activate a dimension of favor that you have been praying for. Do not skip. Archangel Michael is saying that there is a sound you need to start listening for. It is the sound of heaven's warnings. Sometimes it comes as a sudden knowing in your spirit, a sense that you should not go somewhere, or that you should not say something, or that you need to wait before making a decision. Sometimes it comes as a dream, a vivid picture in the night that feels more real than your waking life. Sometimes it comes as a word from someone you trust, a message that pierces your heart and makes you stop in your tracks. However it comes, you need to learn to recognize it, because that sound is Archangel Michael speaking. And when he speaks, you need to listen, not tomorrow, not when it is convenient, right now. Immediately, without hesitation, because his warnings are not suggestions. They are directions designed to keep you out of danger. Do not scroll. There are people reading this who have ignored his voice before and paid the price. You walked into situations he told you to avoid. You said yes to things he told you to decline. You stayed in places he told you to leave, and the consequences were devastating. But tonight, you have a chance to break that pattern. Tonight you can make a commitment that from this moment forward you will not ignore the voice of Archangel Michael ever again. Type "I will listen" in the comments right now. Make that commitment public. Let heaven record it. Let the enemy hear it. Because the moment you declare it, a shift happens in the spirit realm. Assignments are cancelled. Traps are dismantled. And your protection becomes active in a whole new way. Do not skip. Let me give you the final instructions now, because this is what you have been waiting for. If you want to maintain and even multiply the protection of Archangel Michael over your life, here is what you need to do. First, every single morning, before you do anything else, before you check your phone, before you scroll through messages, before you start your day, you need to speak out loud and declare, Archangel Michael, I submit to your covering today. I ask that you surround me with your protection and guide me with your wisdom. Let no weapon formed against me prosper, and let every attack be deflected before it reaches me. That simple declaration activates the angels assigned to you and sets the tone for your entire day. Second, whenever you feel a prompting in your spirit to pray, to wait, to move, to stop, you need to obey it immediately. Do not question it. Do not analyze it. Do not wait to see if it makes sense. Just obey, because that prompting is Archangel Michael redirecting you away from danger and toward safety. Third, you need to protect your focus. Stop filling your mind with content that weakens your spirit. Stop scrolling endlessly through things that have no value. Start consuming content that strengthens you. Messages like this one that remind you of who you are and whose you are. Your focus determines your frequency, and your frequency determines what you attract. If your frequency is low, you attract low-level attacks. If your frequency is high, you attract high-level protection. Fourth, you need to steward your relationships. Not everyone is supposed to have access to you. Some people are assigned to distract you. Some are assigned to drain you. Some are assigned to derail you. And if you keep giving them access, you are creating gaps in your protection. Archangel Michael cannot fully cover you if you keep opening doors to people he has told you to close out. So be ruthless about your circle, protect your peace, guard your energy, and only allow people in who are aligned with your destiny. Do not scroll. Fifth, and this is critical, you need to stay connected to messages like this. This is not the last time Archangel Michael will speak to you. He will continue to send warnings, guidance, and revelation. But you have to be in position to receive it. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss a message. Turn on notifications so you are alerted the moment something new is released. And when you see it, do not ignore it. Do not tell yourself you will watch it later. Watch it immediately, because the timing of these messages is not random. They are sent when you need them most. And if you miss them, you miss the protection that comes with them. Type "I will stay connected" in the comments right now to lock in that commitment. This is your covenant with heaven. Your promise that you will not drift. Your declaration that you will remain under the covering. Do not skip. Now let me tell you what is about to happen in your life because you made it to the end. Because you did not scroll away. Because you stayed focused and obedient. Archangel Michael is now sealing the protection over you. He is walking around your life 7 times, creating a sevenfold hedge that cannot be penetrated. As he walks, he is declaring over you, no weapon formed against you will prosper. Every tongue that rises against you in judgment will be condemned. No plague will come near your dwelling. No evil will befall you. You will tread upon the lion and the cobra. The young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot, because you have made the Lord your refuge, the Most High your dwelling place. With each declaration, the hedge gets stronger. The covering gets thicker. The protection gets more powerful. And by the time he completes the 7th lap, you are surrounded by a wall of fire that the enemy cannot cross. Do not scroll. But there is more. Archangel Michael is now assigning additional angels to your life. Angels of provision who will open doors of financial blessing that you did not even know existed. Angels of favor who will cause people in positions of authority to look at you with kindness and give you opportunities you did not earn. Angels of healing who will move through your body and remove every sickness, every pain, every weakness that was trying to take root. Angels of peace who will guard your mind and keep out every thought of fear, anxiety, and worry. Angels of strategy who will download ideas into your spirit that will solve problems and create breakthroughs. All of these angels are now activated over your life because you stayed, because you listened, because you obeyed. Do not skip. Now I need you to do one more thing. Share this message with 3 people right now, not tomorrow, not later, right now. Because when you share this, you release the same protection over their lives. You become a messenger of heaven. And when you function as a messenger, heaven multiplies the blessing back to you. So find 3 people who need this. People who have been under attack. People who have been struggling. People who need to know that Archangel Michael is ready to cover them. Send it to them right now. And as you do, declare over them the same protection that has been declared over you. Do not scroll. Finally, like this video right now to seal everything that has been spoken. Your like is not just a social media interaction. It is a spiritual agreement. It is you saying yes to everything Archangel Michael has offered. Yes to the protection. Yes to the covering. Yes to the angels. Yes to the favor. Yes to the healing. Yes to the provision. Yes to everything. And the moment you click that button, heaven records your agreement and begins to move on your behalf in ways that will leave you speechless. Do not skip. Archangel Michael is standing over you right now with his sword raised high. That sword is not pointed at you. It is pointed at everything that has been coming against you. And as he brings it down, he is cutting off every attack, every scheme, every plot, every plan that was designed to destroy you. You are free. You are covered. You are protected. Not because you are perfect, but because you chose to listen. You chose to obey. You chose to stay until the end. And that choice has changed everything. Now go forward in confidence, knowing that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Walk boldly, knowing that the angels of heaven are surrounding you. Live freely, knowing that Archangel Michael has withdrawn nothing, but instead has multiplied everything. Your protection is secure, your future is bright, and your destiny is unstoppable. Do not forget this moment. Do not take this lightly, and do not ever ignore the warnings again, because tonight you have been given a gift that most people never receive. Steward it well. Honor it deeply, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Do not scroll away, yet, because there is something else Archangel Michael needs you to understand before you close this message. Something so critical that if you miss it, everything we just covered could be undermined. Stay right here. Keep your focus locked, because what I am about to reveal is the missing piece that most people overlook, and it costs them their protection even after they think they have secured it. Listen carefully, my child. There is a difference between receiving protection and maintaining protection. What you have done by staying until this point is receive it. You have opened the door. You have accepted the covering. You have agreed to the terms. But now comes the part that separates those who walk in sustained protection from those who lose it within days. Maintaining protection requires vigilance. It requires awareness. It requires a daily commitment to stay aligned with the frequency of heaven. And Archangel Michael is saying that there are specific traps the enemy will set in the coming days, specifically designed to make you lower your guard. Do not skip. Let me tell you what those traps look like so you can recognize them before you fall into them. The first trap is the trap of familiarity. In the next few days, you are going to feel a sense of relief, a sense of peace, a sense that everything is okay now, and that feeling is good. It means the protection is working. But the enemy knows that when you feel safe, you stop being vigilant. You stop praying as fervently. You stop watching as carefully. You stop listening as intently. And the moment you let your guard down, he moves. So even when you feel peace, do not become complacent. Keep your morning declarations going. Keep your spirit alert. Keep your connection to these messages strong, because the protection is not a one-time event. It is a daily partnership between you and heaven. Type "I will stay vigilant" in the comments right now to lock in that awareness. Do not scroll. The second trap is the trap of distraction. Within the next 72 hours, something is going to demand your attention. It might be a crisis at work. It might be a conflict in a relationship. It might be an unexpected expense or problem. And your first instinct will be to focus all your energy on that situation. But here is what you need to understand. That distraction is not random. It is a strategic move by the enemy to pull your focus away from your spiritual covering and redirect it towards something that feels urgent, but is actually just noise. Archangel Michael is saying, do not take the bait. Yes, you need to address the situation, but do not let it consume you. Do not let it become the center of your thoughts. Keep your primary focus on heaven. Keep your declarations going. Keep your worship strong. Because when you stay focused on the source of your protection, everything else falls into place. But when you shift your focus to the problem, the protection weakens and the problem multiplies. Do not skip. The third trap is the trap of offense. Someone is going to say something or do something in the next week that is going to hurt you. It might be intentional or it might be completely innocent, but the pain will be real. And in that moment, you will have a choice. You can hold on to the offense and allow bitterness to take root, or you can release it immediately and stay in alignment with heaven. Archangel Michael is warning you that unforgiveness creates cracks in your spiritual armor. It gives the enemy legal access to areas of your life that were previously covered. So when that offense comes, and it will come, you need to make a decision in real time to forgive. Not because the person deserves it, but because your protection depends on it. Forgiveness is not optional if you want to maintain the covering. It is mandatory. Type "I choose forgiveness" in the comments to prepare your heart for what is coming. This declaration now will make it easier to walk it out later. Do not scroll. The fourth trap is the trap of isolation. In the coming days, you might start to feel like pulling away from people, from community, from connection. You might feel like you just need time alone to process everything. And while solitude can be healthy, isolation is dangerous. Because when you isolate, you cut yourself off from the very people Archangel Michael might use to strengthen you, encourage you, and warn you. The enemy loves isolation. He loves when you withdraw. Because isolated people are easier to attack. They have no one to pray with them, no one to speak truth to them, no one to pull them back when they start to drift. So even when you feel like pulling away, resist that urge. Stay connected. Stay in community. Stay engaged with people who carry the presence of God. Because your protection is reinforced when you are surrounded by others who are also covered. Do not skip. The fifth trap is the trap of pride. Because you have received this message, and because you have made it to the end, you might start to feel a sense of spiritual superiority, like you know something others do not, like you are more aligned than the people around you. And while it is true that you have accessed something powerful, that does not make you better than anyone else. Pride will dismantle your protection faster than anything else, because pride says, I do not need God as much as I thought I did. I have this figured out now. And the moment you think that way, heaven steps back. Archangel Michael withdraws, and you are left to face the battles on your own. So stay humble, stay grateful. Stay in a posture of dependence on God. Recognize that every good thing in your life is a gift, and treat it as such. Type "I remain humble" in the comments to lock in that posture. This is critical. Do not scroll. Now let me tell you what else Archangel Michael is doing for you right now that you cannot see. While you have been reading this message, he has been in the courts of heaven advocating on your behalf. There have been accusations brought against you, accusations about your past, about your mistakes, about your failures. The enemy has been presenting evidence trying to convince heaven that you do not deserve protection, that you have forfeited your right to be covered. But Archangel Michael has been standing as your defender. He has been pointing to this moment, to your obedience, to your willingness to listen and respond. And because of that, every accusation has been dismissed, every charge has been dropped, every case against you has been thrown out. You have been declared righteous, not because you are perfect, but because you are covered by grace. And that grace is now functioning as an impenetrable shield around your life. Do not skip. But here is what you need to know. The enemy will try to bring those accusations back. He will try to remind you of your past. He will whisper in your ear about the things you did wrong, about the people you hurt, about the mistakes you made. And he will try to convince you that you do not deserve the protection you have been given. When that happens, and it will happen, you need to speak out loud and say, my past is covered by the blood. My mistakes are forgiven. My failures do not define me. I am under the protection of Archangel Michael, and no accusation against me will stand. That declaration shuts down the enemy immediately. It reminds him that he has no legal ground. It reinforces the covering that heaven has placed over you. So memorize those words. Write them down. Keep them close, because you are going to need them. Type "My past is covered" in the comments right now to begin establishing that truth in your spirit. Do not scroll. Archangel Michael is also saying that there are blessings attached to this protection that you have not even discovered yet. Blessings of provision that are about to manifest in unexpected ways. You are going to receive money from sources you did not anticipate. Doors are going to open that you did not even know existed. People are going to offer you opportunities that you did not apply for. And all of it is going to feel sudden, like it came out of nowhere. But it did not come out of nowhere. It came because you are under the covering. And when you are covered, blessings chase you down. They find you even when you are not looking for them. So do not be surprised when increase starts showing up in your life. Do not question it. Do not dismiss it. Just receive it with gratitude and steward it wisely. Because the blessings that come under this covering are not just for you. They are for the people you are called to bless. Do not skip. There are also blessings of relationship on the way. People who were supposed to be in your life but got delayed because the timing was not right are about to show up. Friendships that will strengthen you, connections that will elevate you, relationships that will support your destiny. And some of you are going to meet your spouse in this season. Not because you were looking, but because the protection over your life created the alignment necessary for that divine connection to happen. So stay open, stay expectant, and do not settle for relationships that do not align with where you are going, because Archangel Michael is not just protecting you from attacks, he is also protecting you from wrong connections. He is blocking people who would drain you, distract you, or derail you. And he is making room for the people who are supposed to walk with you into your next chapter. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust the protection. Type "I trust the process" in the comments to anchor that faith. Do not scroll. Now let me address something that some of you are feeling right now. You are wondering if this is real. You are questioning whether any of this actually matters. You are thinking maybe this is just a message. Maybe it does not really have power. Maybe nothing is actually happening in the spirit realm. Let me tell you something. That doubt is not coming from you. It is being planted. The enemy knows that if he can get you to doubt the validity of this message, he can get you to dismiss everything you just received. And if you dismiss it, you will not steward it. And if you do not steward it, you will lose it. So right now, in this moment, you need to make a choice. You can either agree with the doubt and walk away from everything that has been offered, or you can reject the doubt and stand firm in the truth that heaven is real, angels are real, spiritual warfare is real, and the protection that has been extended to you is absolutely real. I am telling you right now, as someone who has seen this play out in countless lives, this is not just a message. This is a divine intervention, and if you treat it as such, your life will reflect it. But if you dismiss it as just words on a screen, you will miss the breakthrough that is already in motion. Do not scroll. Choose faith over doubt. Choose belief over skepticism. Choose to trust that heaven knows what you need and has provided it through this message. Type "I believe" in the comments to make that choice official. Let heaven see your faith. Let the enemy see your resolve, because your belief is the key that unlocks everything. Do not skip. Archangel Michael is now doing something I have never seen him do before. He is releasing a scroll with your name on it, and that scroll contains specific instructions for the next 30 days. Instructions on where to go, where not to go, what to say, what not to say, who to connect with, who to avoid. These instructions are not going to come all at once. They are going to come one day at a time as you need them. And they are going to come through the still small voice of your spirit. So you need to create space to hear them. That means you need to turn down the noise in your life. Spend less time scrolling. Less time in meaningless conversations. Less time consuming content that has no value. And spend more time in silence, in prayer, in worship, in meditation. Because the instructions are already being released, but if your spirit is too cluttered, you will not hear them. And if you do not hear them, you will not follow them. And if you do not follow them, you will miss the divine setups that Archangel Michael has orchestrated for you. Do not scroll. Let me give you a practical way to do this. Starting tomorrow morning, set aside 10 minutes before you do anything else. No phone, no distractions, just you and God. Sit in silence and ask Archangel Michael to reveal the instruction for that day. Then wait. Do not rush it. Do not fill the silence with your own thoughts. Just wait and listen. And when you hear something, write it down. Even if it seems small or insignificant, write it down. Because those small instructions are often the ones that lead to the biggest breakthroughs. Maybe the instruction is to send a text to someone. Maybe it is to take a different route to work. Maybe it is to invest in something you have been hesitating about. Maybe it is to let go of something you have been holding on to. Whatever it is, obey it. Do not question it. Do not analyze it. Just obey it and watch what happens. Type "I will obey" in the comments to commit to this practice. This is how you stay connected to the flow of protection. Do not skip. There is one more thing Archangel Michael wants you to know before you go. He is saying that the enemy is going to try to make you feel guilty for receiving this protection. He is going to whisper thoughts like you do not deserve this. Look at all the things you have done wrong. You are not worthy of angelic protection. And if you listen to those thoughts, you will start to sabotage the very thing you just received. So let me settle this once and for all. You are right. You do not deserve it. None of us do. Protection is not about what we deserve. It is about what God has chosen to give us because of his love. And if you spend your time trying to earn it or prove you are worthy of it, you will miss the point entirely. The point is grace. The point is mercy. The point is that even when we were unworthy, God extended his hand. And Archangel Michael is an extension of that hand. So stop trying to earn what has already been freely given. Just receive it. Steward it, honor it, and let your life be a testimony of what happens when someone stops performing and starts receiving. Do not scroll. Now go forward with confidence. Go forward knowing that you are not alone. Go forward knowing that armies of angels are surrounding you. Go forward knowing that every attack that comes your way will be deflected. Go forward knowing that you are covered, protected, and favored. And whenever you feel fear start to creep in, come back to this message. Read it again. Let it remind you of what has been established over your life. Let it recalibrate your spirit. Let it strengthen your faith, because this is not just a one-time word. This is a well you can draw from again and again. So bookmark it, save it, share it, and let it be a constant reminder that Archangel Michael has not withdrawn your protection. He has reinforced it. And as long as you stay obedient, it will remain. Amen and amen.